Welcome to another edition of Everyone Loves Wrestling, brought to you by the Spandex StandUps podcast. We're here today with one of our good friends, one of our frequent contributors. Is that what you would say?
He's our AEW, in-house AEW collaborator.
I'm a sicko correspondent.
Correspondent's the word I couldn't come up with.
Yeah.
It's the mayor of East Nashville, Corey Perry. Everybody. Very excited to have Corey Perry here.
Okay.
I mean, anytime we see Corey Perry out at a mic or out at a show,
wrestling.
we immediately it becomes a forum about pro wrestling, and so glad to finally get him on here to hear about his fanhood, the origins, where it began, and all that jazz. So, Corey Perry, I'll kick it off with just, where were you? What did you feel? What do you remember about the first time you were ever exposed to professional wrestling?
I feel like it was late Hulkamania. I'm 38, so born in 87. So like I was born in the middle of Hulkamania, right? I was born right into it, and my parents would have it on, and just mesmerized by Hulk Hogan. I was, singing Real America all over the house if I didn't even know the words, right? Watching like Superstars, watching, just catching like flashes of it, and just like not really knowing what it was. Just being
like Saturday morning.
Yeah, Saturday morning
that's
stuff,
my
right?
favorite.
My first stick memory, I remember my dad bought my first WrestleMania was WrestleMania 9. That was like first pay-per-view we ever bought. My dad taped it, and we watched that thing.
It's one of my favorites of all time. It's not the greatest on paper, but it's nostalgic to me.
Yeah. And it's like around that time period, like heel Sergeant Slaughter,
Saudi sympathizer.
right? You know what I mean? Like Macho King. And going into like the beginnings of the new gen, and then like Monday Night Raw hit TV USA every Monday for like the better part of my life has been spent watching Monday Night Raw. And then when Nitro hit, I was fortunate enough to live in an area where our cable channel had, it was 25 was USA, 26 was TNT. So it's up and down. I could use last, but
right. That's what I had to do. Because I think it was 27 and 30 where I was at.
Yeah. So, and just watch religiously. Whenever I felt bad, watch wrestling. Whenever I wanted to feel good, watch wrestling. And, and then you got the home computer. It thinks a whole other world of wrestling. I would, whatever, we'll go Walmart or whatever, we just pick up like a Wrestling Observer or pick up like one of those aftermags and like just thumb through the pictures, and I would just see like wrestlers I would never thought, like seeing Tommy Dreamer or the Sandman or like still like those guys, and then eventually seeing them on TV, you know what I mean, and then having going over to my grandmother's house on Saturdays, and I'm from the Memphis area, so like Channel 5, like weekly.
From the heart of wrestling.
Weekly, 3 hours every week. There was like a studio show, and Lance Russell, Corey Macklin, Dave Brown, Superstar Bill Dundee, Jerry Lawler, of course, and then the wrestlers from the WWE, like when Vince McMahon was invading Memphis for a time period, it would send down like Coco Beware, or send down like John Gonzalez or whatever, and it was we watched the shows as they came on, but like they were always built up to the Mid-South Coliseum shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So just like big smelling mark, man. Whenever it's on, it's a soothing escape for me. What I mean? It's
you described my. I mean, obviously I wasn't tied to the, I wasn't close for the Memphis stuff. But I was in North Carolina. We got our own wrestling history over there.
Oh yeah.
I was in Flair country growing up. Four Horsemen country.
I love that.
And but that describes my beginnings with wrestling too. You couldn't escape. Everything was Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan at that time. I mean, which was tough for a Macho Man fan. But I I can't lie and say I didn't fall for Hulkamania when I was a little kid.
Hey, man.
You know,
I
it
thought
was designed for us.
I thought Hulk Hogan was black when I was 6 years old. I did. I thought.
He had enough tanner on.
He had enough tanner on, and he spoke enough jive. I thought he was cousins, and then. Damn you, Terry.
Terry's a different dude from Hulk Hogan.
Damn you. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I remember when the Earthquake beat him up, right? And right before that SummerSlam, I wanted to say, like, when Earthquake killed Hulk Hogan, bro, I was hurt.
Yeah.
I was hurt.
And then you grow up and find out John Tenda's probably one of the greatest
sweetest man on earth,
alive, or to have lived.
That's why I hear. That's what his son posted on. I met his son. Well, he married me and son, but like, we shared a couple of exchanges on.
That's awesome.
On
it's
the
one of my favorite dark sides of the ring.
Yeah,
John Tenta.
Yeah.
What's the first pro wrestling show you ever attended live?
It was June 2000. It was the SmackDown taping. It was right before. Okay, here's the episode of SmackDown for you. Okay. All right. This episode of SmackDown had Edge and Christian come out as Elvis, and their 5-second pose was the hunka Edge and Christian. I was there for that. It was super fun. And that was also the very first time Vince McMahon did the People's Elbow, like that version of the People's Elbow, because it was right before the 6-man King of the Ring match, where it was Kane, Undertaker, Rock versus Triple H, Shane, and Vince for the WWF Championship. I was at the Go Home show for that.
Pushing that.
That was my very first wrestling show.
God, they did some weird stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I was like hearing Pyro for the first time and being like, I remember being like, I had to be like 12.
I remember the first time I went to a show, just walking into the arena felt like, whoa.
A big deal.
Yeah.
Like seeing the ring, seeing the set.
Yeah. I feel like that's I think it's every show. I think you sit like, if you don't feel that before you go to the show, it's like, what are you here for? You know what I mean?
went to a house show in Fayetteville, North Carolina in my late 30s. And still felt that.
I feel it every time I walk into like a wrestling.
Oh yeah, it's super fun. It's super fun.
Once you got away from the thralls of Hulkamania, who was your first wrestler where you're like, that's my dude?
My guy, I think is Razor Ramon, bro. I think Razor,
he was just so cool.
He was so cool. Music was always on point. I think it's him and Sean. And you know, I was a bit of a Brett guy.
Well, I mean, I think that says a lot about your wrestling fandom, because people of our age that have been fans as long as we have, it all boils down to, were you a Brett guy or a Sean guy?
I was a Sean kid.
Of course, and I knew that. That's why we've always connected.
Yeah, I was a Sean kid.
That's why we've always connected.
You know, he was charismatic and flamboyant, you know what I mean? And, you know, like, he did cool shit. You know, he was the first person I ever see do a kip up.
Right.
That stuff, right? You know, and the older I've gotten, I've grown to appreciate Bret Hart. You know what I mean? Like,
until he gets on Goldberg again.
Yeah.
I mean, they did diss him by not putting him on the Monday Night Wars cover of the 2K game.
Well, they didn't really like him back then.
Yeah, I guess. But he played on both sides.
Yeah.
I know. Which side do you put him on?
Yeah.
No, it's true. What's the best wrestling show that you've ever been to?
Oh my God. I would say All In last year. That was like the first big stadium show. I mean, other than the SummerSlam that was in Nashville for Nissan, I went to that one. But All In, man, I think, because I don't know, that was like first time as an adult I could afford to go on a trip like that. You know what I mean? And really just being engaged with like the scene that was happening. You know what I mean? Like, there was a sort of a pre-party vibe to all in, and then like at like Texas Live, and then after the show and after the show, It was super lit.
I was living through you with your Instagram post, man. I was loving every minute for you.
Oh, man. It was a real good time, man. It was like one of those deals. Like I cried. I'm not gonna lie, I cried. Like the wrestling makes me cry sometimes. It was,
I get it.
You know what I mean? But like when Hangman pulled that title out, bro, it was like, because me and my boys, we made a point to watch every pay-per-view, and like we're sitting there. We may have been on a little barbiturates and really just feeling the vibes of the room. It was like, dude, I was like, it's been 10 months since we've seen that belt, and then like seeing Darby Allin come from the ceiling like he was Sting, brother, and then seeing Danielson hit the knee, brother. You know what I mean? Get to see Ospreay live, Young Bucks live. You know what I mean? Like
just the names you're just throwing out, like the legends that we're gonna remember them as that you got to see live.
It's got to, man, because like I didn't really start going to shows until like I went to those few shows. I went to a few shows when I was a kid, but like wasn't until like I was able to go start, went to a few TNA shows, went to, I always miss Ring of Honor when they were touring through Nashville. I always miss them. But like, I
miss mid-2010s Ring of Honor.
Right. I remember getting introduced to Ring of Honor, and when I would go on like GeoCity sites and download like the video wire for the week, and then we'll just do a highlights of like what angle was going on for whatever show they're leading up to, right? So that's the first time I got to see like Kevin Steen, Jericho, like, and just like not being able to like afford the DVDs or VHSs, but like they're able to tell the story through that. So like, it wasn't until like indie wrestling really hit the internet, so I can like start watching a lot of stuff, and it's like, okay, here we go. And then next thing you know, you're just going back and finding shit. You know what I mean? Like finding shit that I didn't even know I liked. You know what I mean? You know. I
got lucky. I had a roommate like 2015, 2016 that just had this massive Ring of Honor DVD collection. We didn't have cable, so we just watched these great classics.
Right.
Like, that's when I got to, find out about all these great wrestlers that I didn't know because I was out of wrestling because WWE got so bad. Yeah. And I didn't have the outlets to try these indies so I just quit on wrestling. Yeah. And Ring of Honor mid 2010s got me back into wrestling. Because God knows, 2015, 2016, WWE didn't.
It was rough, man. It was rough. I mean, like, my favorite time period watching wrestling, though, was like, I would say, like, Ruthless Aggression, Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression, that time period. You know what I mean?
I missed a lot of the Ruthless Aggression.
Like, because they went hard, man.
They went so hard during that period of time.
And like, Triple H's Reign of Terror.
I'm going through that now. I'm rewatching SmackDown, so I'm rewatching the McMahon Helmsley era leading into all that stuff.
Dude. So it's like it is a great telenovela. Like, you know what I mean? It's a soap opera of soap operas. You know what I mean? And when as a fan you're rewarded for paying attention and being invested, it's some of the best shit on earth.
Right.
When it's bad, it's like, oh my god, why
are they doing this stuff?
You know what I mean? Like, you watch something weird on wrestling, and somebody walks in and it's like, oh, this is not what it is. You know what I mean? This is not.
I don't need you to see me do this right now.
You know what I mean? Like,
they don't always dance. I don't know why they're dancing.
Why they're doing that.
I remember my mom. I went home and my brother had gotten into wrestling. Yeah. He used to pick on me relentlessly, like, why do you watch this? And then he became a big fan. And then that made my mom become a fan. But I remember there was a moment between all of us where it was like Brodus Clay and the Funkasaurus. And I think we all kind of looked at each other like, why are we watching
It's a dick fat one. It was a dick fat one.
It was bad. Yeah, you don't want to watch that with your mom. You don't want to watch that with your mom.
It was like that in Big Show WrestleMania 21.
Or it was like Big Show ruining Over the Limit 2012 for me with that crap John Laurinaitis story. Oh, man. After watching CM Punk and Daniel Bryan put on a clinic for 30 minutes.
Oh, Vince McMahon was losing his mind. Mm-hmm. Didn't know. Vince McMahon,
So who's your favorite wrestlers right now?
Right now, I got to say, it's got to be... I want to pick my first name wisely. Right now, Swerve.
Whose house?
Whose house? I like Swerve. I like what he's been doing. Hangman, I like what they've been doing. I really just like AEW and is the Ospreay, Fletcher, those guys.
I'm loving the Swerve's shining. I've been a fan since Killshot Lucha, So.
As well as the WWE side of things, man. I'm having fun with this version of the New Day.
They were faces for so long. Yeah. Now we get to hate people.
Well, first iteration of the new, not the first iteration, the second iteration of the New Day, when they were, it's like either it was when the power of positivity was either we clap or we snap, and then they turned it entertaining,
because they were meant to be so positive they were annoying.
Yeah, when new They Suck started popping up, bro. Oh. And then when they won the tag titles at Barclays, and I had a picture of them lifting Big E on their shoulders while it was.
I miss Big E.
Oh yeah, New Day rocks, man. I was like, I remember I had the blind unicorn shirt. I had that. And I wore it to Boundary one year just to see who would catch on. Yeah, you realize so many of it's
Bootios.
You're right. You wear the right wrestler shirt, you meet a lot of marks, brother.
I forget when I'm wearing like an NWO shirt sometimes because people I'm like,
too sweet.
My bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you always gotta be ready for too sweet. I think you can wear if you got that in your closet, man. You always
got a few in my closet.
Yeah, you always gotta be ready with too sweet.
So you have, let's say you have somebody who never seen pro wrestling and they're giving you the opportunity to show them one match. What's that one match that you're
this is our killer question.
That you're the cooker. All right, you can include the promo before, right? So they can see that backstory. But what's that one match that you show someone to be like, this is why wrestling is great?
Shit, that's tough. That is so hard.
The way I like to think about it is if you got to go back and meet you before you saw any wrestling, and you got to decide what the first thing you ever saw as a fan was.
That helps me out a lot. I feel like Rock was my guy when I was a kid. Dude. Rock was my guy.
So entertaining, man.
Oh, man. I would say, Backlash 2000.
Ooh,
Rock Triple H.
Okay.
That was real of that era.
It's such a great feud.
Right. And then as Papa Austin came back and then he creamed on those people with the chairs. That was great.
God, going back now and knowing what we know, just watching those chair shots.
Yeah.
I'm saying they're still entertaining. It's like going back and watching bloopers from the 80s in the NFL. We know it's terrible, but it's there. We might as well be watching it.
I think a sleeper choice would probably also be TLC 1.
Ooh.
Right.
Solid.
That's like...
It's like a lot that has
the escalation of it all.
We talked about how in the when the Dudleys were thriving in WWE, Vince always trusted them to open the show.
Oh yeah. Oh, they really did. I actually just watched Royal Rumble 01. They opened with the tag titles. Yeah. Or here's one of the more modern favorites of mine. That if I were to show hey, this is it. Probably be MJF Bryan Danielson Revolution 24, the Iron Man match.
Great storytelling.
Just knowing that Bryan's trying to drag him to the deep end and Max is getting and worming his way out, and then how that match takes a turn in the middle of it. It's a series of falls happens real fast, and then and it's after 30 minutes we've proved nothing. It was one of those, but also exhausted by it, and it's what can happen now?
AEW would lean on the time limit draw a lot. Do they do that anymore?
They haven't done one in a while.
Okay.
I feel
because you'd have Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson. Yeah, time limit is reached.
Yeah, I mean they did a couple. I think they did a tie during the Continental Classic
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember who did the tie.
I think that's a great option.
Yeah, I think as a storytelling device.
Yeah.
But here's the issue, right? I think they have to be consistent with it across all matches, which is not, you know what I mean? Especially if they announce the match has a time limit, you have to do like a 10-minute warning, 5, and like within like, you know, which, hey, Tony Sicko, if he wants to book that way, I think, you know, we can use that as a great storytelling device to really set up things further down the line, right? You know, I like how he books because he'll say, hey, I want the matches, I want these matches, and book backwards, which can be asinine at times, but you know, get the bangers though,
right?
You know what I mean? That's and the storytelling within those matches, and then like, you know, I like AEW is like it's like North American strong style, and watching strong style matches. What the fuck? Like when I first saw that shit, I was like,
did he just kill him?
Like, what
happened?
Like watching the original Gonzo Bomb.
Yeah,
it's like it was Kawada doing it to Masawa, and just like it looked like Masawa looked like he sandbagged him on a powerbomb and just spiked him up. I was like,
yeah,
it's disgusting.
The first time you watch just some hard hitters from Japan, you're like, this is what they do over
right? I remember like just searching for the video where Vader's eye got popped out.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, when the internet came out, I would spend hours doing that. I would just find like.
I remember rewatching when Foley lost his ear.
Just like watching like whatever obscure thing I could find.
Yeah. Well, we were brought up on Faces. Was it Faces of Death?
Faces of Death, bro.
Yeah, like, come on,
those
dude.
baby seals, brother. Oh man.
I'm thinking of the CEO at the last meeting when he pulled out the gun from the Manila. He announced he went bankrupt.
Yeah.
God, yeah, we were the messed up generation, man.
What else? Yeah.
What's your Mount Rushmore?
I just love this one. Love this question.
Right. Do you want to be reasonable? Because I can be reasonable, Mark, or this is like, oh no. Okay,
this is your Mount Rushmore.
Mine, okay. It'll be all right. The Rock's,
your Mount Rushmore.
The Rock, I think The Rock is definitely on there. I think of all the wrestlers that like that my vocal stemming, I quote The Rock the most, just in real life. Macho Man, I'd say Randy Savage. Just iconic to me. It was like him and DDP, WCW '96. That was a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Him bashing the Warriors' brains in. That Royal Rumble was always a good time.
Punching Hogan at that
right? Yeah, you know. and Macho was.
What did he say? Skiing accident?
Yeah,
that was the
skiing accident. Yeah. I always loved playing as Macho on the WCW versus CW Revenge game. That was like
because his elbow drop was devastating.
Elbow drop was devastating, and like his stand up hard grapple finish was like a series of jabs. It was like, okay, this is if I can just get up here, I could just punch like the Macho Man for real. It's super fun. That's super fun. Shit, it would be Shawn Michaels. It's just Shawn Michaels is one of them. I think just because
I agree.
You know, Shawn's he was so entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, especially like his latter years, like
that second
run, like, you know, like.
See, I missed that whole thing. I had to go back and rewatch that.
Oh man,
I missed all of it
when it was going on. You know what I mean? Oh man,
I was out from like '99 to like 2012.
Jeez, you missed a lot.
Yeah,
you missed the whole thing.
I missed all of Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar. I missed all that.
Oh man.
Yeah. I missed I think I tried to come back when they were doing the invasion angle, and then I was like, nope, check it back out.
That was gonna work.
Check him back out because I wanted it to be NWO versus DX type stuff. You know what I mean? And instead I was getting Sean Stasiak versus Val Venus, and I was like, nah.
Hello, ladies. I love that. I can put Val Venus on Mount Rushmore. That'd be crazy.
I mean, great Attitude Era character.
Right.
I don't need to see him in marquee matchup.
No, you don't. Shit, probably Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
I think Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
I think
Stone Cold.
You know, let me take it back. I love Stone Cold. Let's have me Booker T.
Okay.
Let's have me Booker T. King, because I also quote Booker T in my regular life.
See, some people hate him commentating. I think he adds so much.
Yeah, man. Oh,
because I don't want a sane commentator.
No, you know,
I grew up with Jesse Ventura. I don't want someone talking sense.
Yeah, I need somebody who's experiencing what the field is, saying crazy things.
Yes, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I missed the Devil's Kiss without Booker T losing his ball.
Yeah.
He added to that
so
much. I agree with you, man. That's a solid
Booker now. No, I mean but his fresh role as a commentator is underrated. I remember it was who was it? It was Sheamus and Mark Henry, right? And I think it was at SummerSlam. And Sheamus was on the second rope. Mark hit the ropes and he did the slide, like the slide down, right? And which is a crazy impressive move to see Mark Henry do.
Yeah.
And then Booker T said, "Oh, he left a skid mark on that boy." Oh, he left a,
that's what you thought of saying in the moment there.
Oh, man.
I mean, like I said, I don't want my commentators saying insane things.
Yeah, man.
I need them saying things like that.
What I mean? Like
it adds to the carny. Like, I need them talking like I'm walking by their booth at the carnival. That's what I need my commentators.
Yeah, you need them a little unhinged and saying,
Man. You got your play-by-play who's normal, and then the color commentator, I want them to be crazy.
Right. Oh, yeah.
That's why we all fell in love with Corey Graves. He was saying the craziest stuff sometimes.
Crazy. Corey, yeah. Yeah,
I need a crazy commentator. That's why Pat McAfee has appeal.
Yeah.
He says the crazy stuff.
Oh, my God. I went to a show. I went to the Raw that Jay picked Gunther. And there was a kid there, and it was like, I don't know why I'm hating on Pat now. It was like, kids solely watches the show for Pat McAfee's commentary. And I was like, what have we come to?
Right.
But I'm also hating ass old man.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love
hate. Old man.
Hate.
Oh, also, all right, fellas, this is one of my favorite things to do at shows. I've done this a handful of times now, and it's really, really funny. But if there's kids around, I'm cheering for the heel every time. First time I did it, it was at a house show in Bridgestone. It was, I want to say it was Dolph versus Miz in Steel Cage Intercontinental Championship. That's when they were, I just like, AJ Styles was champ at the time, I want to say. And all the kids were chilling for Dolph, and I was like, which is like, I love Dolph, right? Dolph was great, right?
But you just saw them.
And I was like,
I got a little bit of that.
I tried to start the Miz is awesome chat.
Miz is awesome.
Right? As soon as I said Miz awesome the first time, you would have saw like 8 kids' heads popped up like they were meerkats, brother. And I was like, ooh, pop them.
That's the whole reason I was always pulling for the villains.
Yeah.
Is I don't like you telling me who to pull for.
I know.
That's why I was always Rowdy, Macho, Jake, Rick. Like, don't tell me who to pull for.
Don't tell me to pull for, man.
Yeah, I've always had that anti-authority.
Right. That's a good time.
Yeah.
That's a good time, man. I love wrestling, man.
Yeah.
Where do you hope it goes this year?
Yeah. Where do you want to see just the business?
Like the future
kind of transform. Yeah.
You know what, man? I just hope that the guys and girls get opportunity to get paid.
Sorry. Oh, I didn't know if you were talking
I want the boys and girls to get paid, and I need. There's a match out there I need. And I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get it because I don't know what I want.
That's fair.
I don't want to be surprised by it. When it's there, I want it. I want to be surprised. I want to have my jaw hit the floor. I want to, I want wrestling to make me feel.
That's fair.
And continue to make me feel, and continue to be the escape that it has been for me in life. Sometimes, it's been pretty. It's always gonna be on. It's always gonna be something. You know what I mean? Also, I just hope wrestling fans are nicer to each other.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Especially on the internet. Also, I love wrestling, but sometimes wrestling fans like these motherfuckers are crazy.
Yeah.
No offense to you. I love you.
Y'all know y'all.
I love y'all.
Y'all know.
I love y'all. But it's like it's the ones with the parasocial relationships and I understand that this is kayfabe to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I really can't judge. Because at one point in time, I thought Hulk Hogan was black. Okay, so
at one point in time, it was real to me.
It was real to me. You know what I mean? Like I hope it gives me. I hope I can get back to that in some way. But the world's a crazy place, and it's like, man, maybe no. It's just always been crazy. Maybe But also, I need Swerve and Kenny Omega to wrestle. I need Brock to
retire.
Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth. Sorry. I need Brock to put on his working boots and put over some of these big guys.
Yes.
Right. And I need Obafemi to thrive.
Yes.
Right. I need Obafemi to thrive.
It was a good
showing.
I mean, he squashed a predominant tag team.
Those guys were the tag team champions last year.
Yeah. So that was a good. I mean, it sucks for War Raiders, but great for.
Yeah, man. Those guys had to fit in the role now. When Alpha came and gets his ass whooping from the Usos next week, guess who's getting fed to Obafemi?
Yeah. Oh, his music's gonna hit it. Yeah, I can see it now.
Gonna eat you alive, right?
I'm excited.
He's gonna throw Tozawa. Probably he's gonna throw the shit out of Tozawa.
Yeah. Oh, he gone.
Right. Don't let no LWO motherfuckers try to get up in there. Gonna eat you. Right.
Yeah.
And then
I just appreciate the old school booking.
Yeah.
Big guy needs to squash people.
Right. I think we just hope that people's attention spans will last long enough to get to a point to where we can get satisfied by that. Because if you want Obafemi to be anything, you gotta let him go on a tear, which means people gotta get fed to the man. You know what I mean?
Feed him.
You know what I mean? And
he's a big dude, so I mean, it's not. It shouldn't hurt the person that's getting thrashed that much.
Yeah. We hope.
Thank you so much for doing it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Did we get enough, guys?
Oh, we got more than enough. And we're going to continue to get more. We're going to have you back.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, baby.
We still got to check in with AEW.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You still got to
for the sickos.
Yeah.
The sickos out there. Come, hey. Let's enjoy Tony Khan while he's spending his money, okay? All right. It's because, please, all right? That's all I got. Right.
This has been another edition of Everyone Loves Wrestling, brought to you by the Spandex StandUps podcast. Thank you to our guest, Corey Perry, and we will see you next time.